Top of the morning, traders. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Mine was uneventful, quite relaxing. Today is Monday, the 28th of November, guys. And as always, we're going to look back at Friday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades. And we're also going to look at the important news for today as well. Before I do, I must do shout outs. You know, my editor is very aggressive. Please report him. First of all, guys, come join our Discord channel. We've got something in there for everyone, from beginner to profitable traders. We've got something in there that you can take away, guys. Yeah, so come join the Discord channel. You won't be disappointed. Secondly, we've got our live stream tomorrow this week. So Tuesday, 6:30 a.m. London GMT, guys. We're going to do the live stream. So get all of your questions ready. I will answer all of them. And then finally, guys, if you would like to be mentored by myself one-on-one, then drop us an email. All the information for all of this is in the video description. Guys, you will notice I have slightly different charting. I have joined the world of TraderView. This also makes my editor happy. So let's start with Friday's first trade, and it was gold. Yeah, we've been looking to buy this for some time, guys. Yeah, ever since we got a reaction at this gray zone. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look, guys. So as you can see, price was clearly in an uptrend. Okay, clearly in an uptrend, guys, and then it came back down here. This is the day chart you're looking at. It's found a bit of support here, and then we also had this bullish candle form here, guys. All right, so for all of these reasons, we were looking for longs pretty much once it come down and hit this gray zone, guys. All right, and the idea is just to take price back up to this blue line, back up to these last highs here, guys. That was the idea. So let's drop down now to the H1 chart to see what actually happened. So we had a couple of gray zones mapped out for this one, guys. Yeah, we had this gray zone here, guys. Yeah, because of all of this reaction here. And then we had this gray zone here, guys, because of these last H1 lows. All right. So that's why we had them mapped out. And then once we see them mapped out, guys, all we're looking for is a reaction at these gray zones. And as you can see, price came down to our first gray zone, but none of these candles were a suitable reaction, guys. Yeah, nothing really happened at this gray zone. Okay, instead, once price come down to our second gray zone, we got this candle form, guys. Yeah, this candle here. And this was my entry candle, all right? Because it's clearly a bullish candle, guys, and it tells me buyers are in control. So this was the candle I entered on. I got a retrace. I entered roughly here, put my stop below here, and I'm still in this trade for 100%. Yeah, the idea is to take it back up to this high here, where I will close 80% of the trade, guys, and then I'll just let 20% run. Okay, guys, so I'm still in gold as we speak. So, yeah, but looking at the day chart, guys, if we go back to the day chart, I still think, yeah, we've got plenty of room to move into, you know, up to here. So, yeah, and this daily candle here didn't tell me sellers are taking control, guys. So everything's still pointing at buys for this pair. All right, guys. So yeah, that was the first trade idea from Friday. We also had to look at a few US dollar pairs, guys. So let's look at Euro US dollar to start with. So this was a bit of a weekly play, really. Yeah, because we were seeing price was clearly in a downtrend. Okay, and then price has come back up quite aggressively. Yeah, but now it's found this area of what was once support is now resistance, and now potential resistance again. And we had this candle form as well, guys. So this told me that buyers were coming back into the market. the weekly candle we've just seen is a bit of a doji, more bullish than negative. But yeah, again, until this price starts pushing through this level, yeah, if it does, buys are on the cards. If it doesn't, I'm still looking for a retrace with this pair, guys. Okay, so that was the weekly play that we were looking at. If we look at the day chart, guys, let me remove this. If we look at the day chart, guys, we were just looking at this. It was in an uptrend, but potentially we're getting a double top, yeah? And we could see price potentially come back down to at least this zone or even further, guys. Okay, so that was the idea. Let's look at the H1, guys, because all we were looking for was for price to break down. Okay, and it did, yeah? So we're in our grey zone now. Let me remove this drawing. Okay. So yeah, if we look at the H1 now, guys, so it was in our grey zone, and then we're just looking for price to break down, yeah? So price came up, we was clearly in an uptrend, then we had a lot of indecision, yeah, indecision, and then bang. We had a break of this low and even this low. So this is what I was looking for, guys, and now we can start trading this. I didn't trade this pair because the US dollar Swiss franc gave me a better setup. But yeah, we could have then traded this, and it will be interesting to see what happens today, guys. But I still think we have room to the downside, especially if we're with H1 structure. We start breaking above this, then yeah, not interested, guys. Okay, so yeah, if we're still with H1 structure, I still think we've got some shorts on the card. Another one we looked at, guys, it was a similar situation with Aussie dollar, US dollar. So this was a weekly play, very similar story to the euro US dollar. Price was clearly in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then it was coming back up to this area of what was once support is now potential resistance. And again, we had this candle here that told me sellers were, you know, coming back into the market. But then, yeah, last week's candle tells me it's quite bullish. Okay. So again, this is a real important zone, guys. It'll be interesting to see what happens in here. All right. But on Friday, guys, we were just looking for a breakdown in structure. Okay, let me remove this drawing, guys, so you can see it more clearly. And again, this was less obvious, but we did see a breakdown, guys. So price was in an uptrend on the H1. Yeah, this was arguably a higher low, and that did get broken. But this last low here, yeah, it didn't quite get broken. So, yeah, but structurally, yeah, I would say this level here becomes quite important now. This level here, we'll see what happens, see if it reacts off this. Okay, but yeah, we saw a breakdown in structure just. Again, I didn't take this pair, guys, because I was in the US dollar Swiss franc trade. But again, guys, we did see breakdown. Maybe some of you got into this trade. Please let me know if you did. Let me know on the Discord channel or on the comments below. Right, the US dollar pair that I did get into is this, guys. So this was the US dollar against the Swiss franc. All right, let's go to the day chart. And as with a lot of the pair, guys, it was a weekly play because this was weekly resistance. It found, sorry, weekly support. It found support again at this level and again. Okay, so we were just trying to bounce off of this and take price a little bit higher. Okay, so that was the idea. I know it's against trend because we are clearly in a downtrend, but this has been strong support, guys. Okay, so that was the idea, to take longs from there. If we look at the H1, again, we were just looking for a structure break, guys, and that's exactly what we got. Okay, so if I zoom in a little bit, so price came down. Yeah, we were clearly, yeah, you know, not quite in a H1 uptrend yet until we broke this level here. And then eventually, guys, we broke this level with this candle here. Okay. And this was the candle that I entered on. I entered 50% of my normal trade size here. Okay. And then when price come back down to here, I put in another 50% of my normal trade size. Okay, put my stop below here. And then basically, guys, I took 100% of my trade back up to this area here. So closed 100% of my trade here, guys, because this was Friday, yeah, going into the evening. So a very good trade, guys, on this one, guys. Yeah, because I adopted that technique, which I've shown you many times before, where I split my trade size into two, put 50% here at this first one, and then 50% at this second trade here, guys, and then closed 100%. For this one, guys, for this 50%, I got an excellent risk to reward, and for this one, guys, it was roughly a 1:1. All right, guys. So yeah, you can split your trades into two, be a little bit more flexible with the market, especially if you have a candle like this, which is, which is quite bullish. Yeah, sorry, guys, that was the worst drawing I've ever done. Bear with me. This is new charting and new drawing stuff. So yeah, with this candle, guys, you could put 100% here, but it's probably going to retrace. Yeah, so you could put 50% of your trade here. Okay, if it just goes up, great. If not, if it does retrace, enter another 50%. Okay, so yeah, so we did that, guys, on Friday. Excellent trade on US dollar Swiss franc, as I've just shown you, and I'm still in the gold trade. All right. Okay, guys, let's take a look at today's potential trades now. Guys, if you enjoyed yesterday's recap and even the trades from Friday, then come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. Smash that notification button and also smash the like button. It really helps support the channel. Thank you very much. Right, guys, so before we look at the trade ideas for today, a few shout outs. First of all, the Discord channel, guys. We're now putting it into categories. So you've got different trading levels, guys. So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or profitable trader, we've got something for everyone, guys. So come join the Discord channel. Secondly, guys, the live stream is tomorrow, Tuesday, not Wednesday, but Tuesday, 6:30 a.m. London GMT. Get your thinking caps on, guys. Ask me as many questions as you like, and I will answer all of them. That's tomorrow, guys. And the final thing, guys, is if you're interested in being mentored one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email, guys. All the information for all of what I've just said is in the video description. Itchy nose. Right, so trades for Monday, the 28th of November. I'm going to show you a few things that I'm looking at, and then I've got one potential trade that's probably my favorite trade idea for today. Okay, but things I'm looking at is this. So I'm still looking at the a couple of the US dollar pairs, but Euro US dollar is probably the one I'm looking at the most. Okay, you could look at Aussie dollar, US dollar, Swiss franc. But this one, because of the day candle, is the best option. So again, guys, it's a weekly play. Yeah, I talked about this in the recap. It's clearly in a downtrend, guys. And now it's come back up and tested this grey level. What was once support has now become resistance and potential resistance again. Okay. So if we drop down to the day chart now, guys, let me get rid of those drawings. If we drop down to the day chart, yeah, we're potentially seeing, a double top. Yeah, so it's clearly in an uptrend, but then it's finding resistance at this weekly level. It's come down once. It's now come back up again. We haven't got higher highs. If we do, then obviously I'm not interested in shorts. Okay. But we've had a bit of a negative reaction, yeah, with this candle here on Friday. So I still think we can take price back down to this last low at least. Okay, so take it back down to here, guys. All right, so yeah, I'm still seeing this, guys. So let's take a look at the H1 now to see what is going on and see if we can trade this pair. So let me remove this grey zone because it's humongous. Can I remove it? This is the question. It's new software I'm using, guys, so bear with me. I'm getting used to it. Okay, so yeah, as I described in the recap, guys, it is breaking down. Yeah, price was in an uptrend and then kind of ranging, but then it's broken these lows. It's come back up. Also got this negative candle here, guys. So if we can just follow this H1 structure and it breaks this as well, I think we've got some real room to the downside, guys. Okay, like I said, that last daily low. So yeah, just follow the H1 structure with the euro. Again, guys, if it starts breaking above this level and H1 structure changes, not interested. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm looking at. The next one is this, guys, is pound Japanese yen. So let's go to the day chart, guys. And it's just at this important zone here, guys. So price was clearly in an uptrend, yeah? It's in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. But it hasn't been creating higher highs, guys, okay? And instead, we've got lower lows. Once these lows here are broken, we now have lower highs and lower lows, all right? And then price has come back up into this gray zone, and it's found a little bit of resistance here again, okay? So again, this is a reason why I'm looking at this pair. It's at an interesting level. We've had a bit of a reaction, guys, all right? I wouldn't say any of these candles here are particularly bearish, but what we can do is follow the H1 structure down, guys, all right? So if we look at the H1 chart now, as you can see, guys, on Friday, it got back up to our gray zone and price was clearly in an uptrend, okay? But now we can see H1 structure is breaking down. So again, we can follow this H1 structure to the downside. You're going to find a little bit of support here, okay? Depending on what price you get in, this could be your target one, all right? And then close 80% here, and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame targets. All right, guys. So that's what I just want to see, a bit of pound yen breaking down, and it is currently. Okay, the next one I'm looking at is this, New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. And this is a weekly play, guys. And before I start this one, guys, if you're enjoying this analysis and would like to receive it every morning, then why not come join us? Subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button. We would love to have you on our channel. Okay, so New Zealand Canadian dollar. Like I say, guys, a bit of a weekly play. So this area here was once support, then it became resistance, and now it's come back up to this level, guys. Yeah, it was once support here, then it became resistance. So it's just at an interesting level, okay? So that's what we're looking at, guys, on here. I'm just showing you the ones and pairs that I'm keeping an eye on, guys, because there are interesting levels. If we go down to the day chart, yeah, we can see, yeah, buyers are slowing a little bit up here. Yeah, if you look at these candles, buyers are slowing a little bit. So let's see what happens here. If I was to trade this, guys, I'm just looking for a breakdown in H1 structure. So let's go down to the H1 chart. And as you can see, guys, that's exactly what we've got here. All right, so price has come up into our gray zone, clearly in an uptrend on the H1. Okay, but then price has been breaking down, guys. Yeah, it's broken these lows. It's even broken these lows with this one here. So price has come back up now, tested this last H1 high. So it'll be interesting to see if this holds. If this holds and price starts coming down, yeah, we've got room, especially if it breaks this level. I think we've got room to the downside, guys. All right, so New Zealand Canadian dollar. And another one that's at an interesting zone, and we're just looking for H1 structure to break down. Okay, guys, and the next one, there's loads of trades that I'm looking at today. So bear with me 1 second. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc. All right, again, let's look at the day chart, guys. We're looking for shorts with this one. So as you can see, price was clearly in a downtrend. Okay, but then it sort of broke up and we wasn't too sure what it was doing at this level. But then again, we wasn't getting higher highs, and then price broke down, breaking this last low. Okay, so we then had lower lows. And then price has pretty much been ranging between these two levels here and here. All right, but we are in a downtrend, and we are at the top of this range here, guys. We're at the top of this range here. So I think we have potential to the downside from this level. Okay, if I zoom in, guys, you can also see, yeah, the candle, yeah, is a bearish doji candle, but we've had a reaction from this gray zone. Okay, so if we drop down to the H1 chart now, but this is always our execution chart. Let me show you what I'm looking for. And to be honest with you guys, we've already got it. We've already got a H1 structure break. So I think this could be a trade idea. I'm going to say this is one of my trade ideas for today, because H1 has come up, yeah, tested it again. We're not getting higher highs. This daily gray zone here, this daily support is holding. Price has come down. It's broken this last low, only just, but it has. And then price has come back up again. We still haven't created a higher high. And I think price wants to come down. Okay, so we could wait for a break of this low, and then we could start taking price lower, guys. Okay, so Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, yeah, is a trade idea for today. Yeah, we're looking to short this pair, and this is how. Okay, and then finally, guys, my other trade idea for today, you've guessed it, is gold. Yeah, I know I keep talking about gold every day, but yeah, gold, guys. Okay, so if we start with the day chart, yeah, so it's clearly in an uptrend, guys. Yeah, so price come down here, created a new lower high, but then eventually this high was broken. This high was broken, and even these last highs over here. So it's clearly in an uptrend, and a very strong uptrend. And then price come down to this gray zone that we highlighted, and we got this candle. Yeah, we've got this candle here that's pushed off of this gray zone. Okay, so the idea was just to take price back up to here. If I zoom in a little bit, guys, so you can see this a little bit more clearly, none of these candles here, you know, this green candle, even the doji candle that we saw on Friday, none of these candles are telling me sellers have taken control. So as far as I'm concerned, buyers are still in control, and they're going to try and push it back up to these highs. Okay, guys, that's the day chart. That's why we're long in this pair. Let's take a look at the H1 now, guys, and where we can get into this pair. So my gray zones haven't changed. All right, I still think these two gray zones are the important gray zones. Interestingly here, guys, yeah, H1 structure did break down. Okay, it's broken down, and until these last highs here are broken, which they're not because these dojis close back in, we are still in a downtrend on the H1, guys. So what could happen as a result of this is price gets taken back down to these lows. Yeah, at this low, we get a bullish reaction. Then we can enter the trade, guys. We can enter the trade. We can take price, first of all, back up to here. Yeah, these last highs. Close 80%. This is how I roll, and then leave 20% to run, guys. Okay, so yeah, gold, this is what I'm looking at. This is my first criteria that needs to be met. If that doesn't happen, guys, price could do this. So price could, you know, break this level, bounce up, and then come back down, and then use this gray zone here as a potential area for support. Okay, and if that happens, we can then get in at this level. All right, we want to see a bullish reaction. We get into the trade, yeah, close 80% back up at these highs, and then leave 20% to run, guys. All right, guys, so yeah, gold long, Aussie dollar, Swiss franc short. Those are the trade ideas for today. And guys, if you've enjoyed those trade ideas, come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, smash the like button. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at the news now. Okay, guys, so news for Monday, the 28th of November. So the first piece of news we're interested in, if you're up, is this. You've got retail sales coming out at half midnight, London GMT time, but I doubt you will be up for this. But anyway, retail sales coming out of Australia. If we scroll down, the first piece of news we're interested in, guys, is this. At 2 o'clock, London GMT, coming out of the Euro, we've got Lagarde speaking. So the head of the ECB, when she speaks, she can move the Euro. And then after that, guys, if we carry on down, as you can see, there's no other real news that we're interested in today. All right, guys. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a great trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow.